Heavenly Father, I come before you at the end of this day with everything I am and everything I have been through since the moment I opened my eyes this morning, and I want you to know that it has been a lot. Not necessarily dramatic or catastrophic in the ways that make it into conversations, but heavy in that quiet, cumulative way that only the person living it fully understands. The kind of heavy that builds gradually throughout the hours, layer by layer, worry by worry, demand by demand, until by the time evening arrives, the weight of the day has settled so deeply into my body and my mind and my spirit that I carry it to bed with me because I simply do not know how to put it down. I have done that before, Father, gone to bed with the full burden of the day still strapped to my back, lying in the dark with my eyes closed and my mind wide open, cycling through everything that went wrong and everything that might go wrong tomorrow, replaying conversations and revisiting decisions, and bracing for a future that has not even arrived yet. I have spent nights that were supposed to be rest, locked inside the very anxiety and pressure I was desperately trying to escape. And I am done doing that tonight. Tonight is going to be different, not because everything is resolved, or every worry has dissolved, or every hard thing has been made easy, but because I am making a conscious, deliberate, faith-filled choice to hand this day to you before I close my eyes, and to trust that what I place in your hands will be held infinitely better than anything I could maintain through the white-knuckled effort of a restless and exhausted mind. Tonight, I'm letting go. Tonight, I'm choosing peace. Tonight is different. Calm every anxious thought that is circling in my mind right now, Lord, and you know exactly which ones they are, because you see the interior of my thinking with a clarity I sometimes do not even have myself. The worries about tomorrow that arrived before today was even finished. The replaying of moments from earlier that I cannot change but cannot seem to stop revisiting. The fears that put on their most convincing voices in the quiet of the night when there is nothing left to distract me from how loud they are. The questions that have no answers yet, and the situations that have no resolution yet, and the uncertainties that my anxious mind keeps trying to resolve through sheer repetitive thinking, even though thinking about them one more time will not produce anything that thinking about them 100 times before has not already failed to produce. Speak into all of it, Father. Let your voice be louder than every anxious thought that is competing for my attention tonight. Let your peace move through my mind the way a deep settling exhale moves through a body that has been holding its breath slowly, completely, reaching every tense and contracted place, and releasing it into something softer and quieter and genuinely still. Help me release what I cannot control tonight, Lord, because the need to control is one of the primary engines of my sleeplessness, and I recognize it even when I struggle to stop it. There are things in my life right now that I cannot fix before morning. There are situations that will still be unresolved when I wake up, regardless of how many hours I spend turning them over in my mind tonight. There are people I care about whose choices and circumstances are outside my ability to manage, no matter how much I love them or how much I worry about them. And there are outcomes I am waiting on that are entirely in your hands and not mine, and no amount of anxious rumination on my part is going to accelerate or improve what you are already working on. Help me receive that truth tonight, not just as a theological statement, but as a genuine, lived, restful reality. Help me put it all down, really, truly, completely put it down, and trust that the same God who holds the universe together is more than capable of holding my life together while I sleep. Protect this home tonight, Father, everyone within these walls, every heart that is carrying its own version of today's weight into this night. Cover each person here with your peace, the way a warm blanket covers someone who has been cold, thoroughly, comfortingly, leaving no part of them exposed to the chill of fear or anxiety or the unseen forces that would disturb their rest. Let this home be a sanctuary tonight. Let the atmosphere within these walls be so saturated with your presence that anything not of you finds no room, no welcome, and no foothold here. Let peace be the sound of this house tonight, not the anxious silence of people lying awake with racing minds, but the genuine, deep, restful quiet of people who are truly at rest because they are truly held. Renew my strength while I sleep, Lord, because tomorrow is coming, and it will bring its own requirements, and I want to meet it as a person who was actually restored overnight, rather than someone who survived the night and arrived at morning more depleted than when they started. Let my sleep be deep and genuine and restorative in every layer, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Let me wake tomorrow with evidence that something was renewed while I rested. Tonight is different, Father. I am choosing to believe that. I am releasing today, surrendering tomorrow, and resting in the certainty that you are awake even when I am not. Watch over me through the night.